Hello friend, welcome back to information technology database concept using LibreOffice base. In this lectures you are going to learn the practicals. So let's learn board practical. First practical you are going to learn today, that is creating table with minimum 8 record. Create a form based on student table and creations of table employee and creations of query to display record from the employee tables. So the first practicals is create a table student with field name, roll number, student name, class, division, city, date of birth, etc. Insert minimum 8 records. Create a form based on employee table. So let's see the first practical and then second practical. Create a table employee with field names, employee ID, employee name, employee department, employee qualifications, employee join date, employee salary, etc. Insert minimum 8 record and create a query to display record from the employee table, where employee qualification is MBA, where employee department is accounts, and where employee salary is 70,000. So let's start the practical. To start the practicals, you have to open the LibreOffice base. Open LibreOffice base. Once you open the LibreOffice base, you have to select the database. Here we are going to create a new database. Create new database, click on next and then click on finish. So the save as dialog box come on the screen is asking to give the name to the database. So we can give the name to the database students. Student database. Click on save. Once you save the database, you will see the student database on the computer screen. In this, here you are going to create a first table student. To create a tables, we have learned the step how to create a tables. In the database left hand side there are the 4 object: table, query, form and report. We are going to click on the table object and then we can click on the create table in design view. So click on the create table in design view. The design view will appear. Here you have to enter the field name and you are going to select the data types. The first field name is student roll number. The first field name is student roll number. So you can write here roll number. Then select the data type number. Second data type is student name. STD student name. Text you are going to select here. And then third field name is class. Class, then division, city and date of birth. Division, city and date of birth. So we can use here date. So here we have created the student tables. Now we are going to save this table. Click on save and give the name student and click on OK button. So he is asking you to set the primary key. Say yes. So the primary key is set over here and close the table. Once you close the table, your table is ready. Now you are going to open the table by double clicking on it. Once you open the table by double clicking on it, you have to enter minimum 8 record. So we can start entering minimum 8 record. Roll number 1, student name, class, division, city and date of birth. Like this, next record 102, roll number 2, class, then division, Kudal, date of birth. Next 103, next roll number, class, division, city, date of birth. Next class, division, city and date of birth. Like this, you have to enter 8 record 105, roll number 6 XYZ, class 6, division E, Kudal 1012003. Then close the table and save it. Once you save the table, open and check it whether all records are there or not. So here we have created a table. Now we are going to create a form based on the tables. To create a form, go to the database object form and click on create form through wizard. Now the form wizard will appear. In this form wizard, you are going to select the table first selection of table. So click on the tables and select it. The available field will be displayed, that is ID, roll number, student name, class, division, city, date of birth. So which field you want to display on the form, select the field. For example, roll number, ID, student name, class, division, city, date of birth. Then click on next. Then click next and arrange the controls, means which style you want, that style you are going to select. So there are different styles. The first style is shown label and the text box. The second style is shown text box with the top label, then the data set, and again label and the text box. The first one is pretty good, this one, label and text box. So first style we are going to select and then click on the next. Then set a data entry, means once the form is displayed, you want to enter the data in the form or the existing data you are going to take. The form is to be used for entering new data only, or existing data will not can be displayed. The form is to display all data. We are going to select the second one. The first one, if you selected, then the form is to be used for entering new data only. Existing data will not be displayed. So select the second one. The form is to be display all data, means the whatever data in the table is there, that will be displayed in the form. So click on the next. Then apply the style of your form, which style you want for the form. There are different styles are there. Beige is there, bright blue is there, light gray is there, dark is orange. So many styles are there. Which style you like, that you can select and then click on next. Then you have to give the title to your form, the student entry form. Student entry form, like this title you can give. And then how do you want to use this form? You are going to use the form directly once it is displayed, or you are going to modify the form. So we can click on work with the form, this radio button, and click on finish. Once you click on the finish, you will see the form has been created, and in this form you will get all the record, how many records were there, 8 records were there or 5 records were there in the table, that will be displayed. So click on the next, second record, third record, fourth, fifth and sixth. So this way we can create the form. By using the form we can enter the new record also. Now we already 6 records are there, 5 records are there, 6th one we are going to enter, 5 6. You can enter the ID 108, roll number 8, name of the students, PQR, class 6, division B, city and date of birth, and then click on the next record. So this way you can add the 7th record, and one more record we are going to add, that is 109, roll number 10, student name LMN, class E, class 7, division E, city and then the date of birth. Click on next record. So this record, so now altogether 8 records are there. If you close the form you will see the remaining 2 records are added in the table. So close this form and go to the tables and open the tables and check, you will get all 8 records over here. So this is the first practical. So you have to create a table, name students and enter at least 8 record and create a form on the base of tables. So I hope you understood this practical. This is the board practical. You have to write in your journal, means the file, board file. You have to write all this step, how you can create a tables and how you can create a form by using LibreOffice base. Now we are going to see the next practical. The next practical is create employee table with the field name, employee ID, employee name, employee department, employee qualification, employee date, employee salary, etc. and insert minimum 8 record. So first we are going to create an employee table. So close this database and create a new one. So create a table employee. In the same database also you can create, or you can create a new one. So we are going to create a new database. So close this one and create a new one. Go to the LibreOffice and click on new database, create new database, click next, then finish. Give name to the database employee and click on save. Once you click on the save, we will see the new employee database on the screen. In this database we are going to create first table, that is employee tables. So you can create through design view or the wizard. So we are going to create by using design view. So click on the design view and enter the field names and field type. So what are the field names required in the employee table? First is employee ID. So emp underscore ID you can use, employee ID, your number, select the number, then employee name, emp name, employee ID, employee name, then employee department, employee department, then employee qualification, then employee joining date, employee salary, etc. So this way we can enter the field name and we can select data type. Now employee salary, the data type is number. Okay, close this table, save and close it, give the name employee and click on OK. Once you save, close the tables, double click on the employee table and enter at least 8 record. So while entering the record, keep in your mind that what the question is asked in the practical, that record should be there. For example, the question is asked where employee qualification is MBA, means the qualification should be MBA, where employee department also should be account and the salary is more than 7,000 and the name of the employee should include Mr. Suhas Kale in the table. So we are going to enter the record, the first ID 101, employee ID 111, employee name Mr. Suhas Kale, Suhas Kale, employee department IT, employee qualification MCA, employee joining date 2001, and then employee salary 32,000. Then next 102,111, name of the employee, department, employee qualifications, employee joining date, and employee salary. Next 103, employee ID 113, name of the employee, employee department, accounts, qualification BCom, employee joining date 1/1/2001, salary 15,000. Next 104, employee ID 114, employee name Ram, IT department, employee qualification BCA 02022003, 10,000. Then the next ID 105,115, name, employee department senior clerk, employee BCom, employee joining date 04/4/2002, salary 6,000. And one more 106, ID 116, employee name Gopal, employee department marketing BA, employee joining date 2002, salary 5000. Save the table by clicking on save and close the table. Now see, all the records are there in the tables. Now we are going to create a query. While creating the query, what are the question is asked to solve, that all question you are going to solve. So create a query to display the record from the employee tables where employee qualification is MBA, means whose employees qualification is MBA, that employees record we are going to show. So we are going to find out where is the employee whose qualification is MBA. So you are going to create a query. To create a query, close the table first, then go to the query object in the database and then click on create query in design view. Create query in design view, you have to click, then select the table on which the data is included. So click on the table employee and click on add and then click on close. Now the first question what is asked, that question we are going to solve. So here we are going to display the name of the ID of the employee, then name, then department MBA, employee qualification, employee joining date and employee salary. So employee department should be MP, qualification should be MBA. So you have to go to the qualification and the criteria place you are going to type MBA, and then run the query. Once you run the query, the particular record should be displayed. So click on run query. Now see here, this particular means employee ID 112, employee name Sanjay, employee department account and the qualification MBA record is displayed. So this is the first question's answer of the query. So we have created the first query that display the qualification MBA of the employee. So we can save this query by click on save and save, give the query name qualification MBA. Save this query. Okay, now we are going to create one more query, that where employee department is account. We are going to find the record where the employee department is account. So close this query and create one more query. Create query in design view, add the table for the query, close this add table or query window and then double click on each field to display. So I am clicking all the field. Now here the query is asked, you are going to display the department account, the employee whose department is account, that record we are going to display. So now the department place we are going to go here, department column, and in the criteria here we can write account and then click on the run query. If the employee's department is account is there in the table, then that employee record will be displayed. So now run the query by pressing F5 key or run query button on the toolbar. So now see, I click on the run query and the same record I got, because the same employee having the department account whose qualification also the MBA, but the department is account. So the same record here we got. This is the second query's answer. You want to save this, you can save by clicking on save and give the name department account. So we have created here two queries. Now the third question is asked where employee's salary is more than 70,000. So close this, open the table and make the changes here. 70,000, more than 70,000, whose employee's salary is there, that employee's record we are going to display. So we'll make changes in the table. We'll make 72,000 first record and close this. Now we are going to create a query. Click on the query in the database object and click on create query in design view. You select the table employee. Once you add the table, close this dialog box and double click on each field which you are going to display. Here the question is asked to display the employee's record whose salary is more than 72,000. So you have to go to the employee's salary place in the criteria, and here you can write greater than 70,000 and then click on run query button or press F5 function key. You have to click on run query. So execute the query, you have to click over there. So now see a 72,000 employees Suhas Kade. The Suhas Kade's name of this employee getting the salary more than 70,000. So that employee's recorded display means this is the third questions which is asked in the practical. Now the fourth question is asked where the employee name is Mr. Suhas Kale. That record we are going to display. Now close this. You want to save, then save it. Give the query name salary more than 70,000. So this query we have created. Now one more query we are going to create, that is the employee name whose name is Suhas Kale. So employee ID, employee name, employee department, employee qualification, employee joining date and employee salary. Let's see where this type of employee is there or no. So we have to go to the employee name and in the criteria place here we are going to write Suhas Kale. Okay, if this criteria match, then the record will be displayed. So to execute this query, click on the run query or press F5 function key. So now see this Suhas Kale's name is not matched in the employee name. Let's see how name is given. That's the name you have to type in double inverted code if it is not display, and once again click on the run query and check it. Then also it not display means somewhere we have typed wrong. So let's see first what is how the name is given in the table. The table name is given as capital Suhas Kale, the employee name. So like this only you have to type. So close this table, go to the query once again, create a query in design view, add the table employee ID, employee name, employee department, joining date and the salary. Then go to the criteria in the employee name place and you can write Suhas Kale the name, and then click on F5 function key or click on the run query button. So here if you click, then you will get the answer Suhas Kale, exact name we are going to write, then the computer will display the record. So here all the question which is asked regarding the second practical we have solved. All 4 queries we finish. So this second practical is that only creating table employee with the field name, employee ID, employee name, employee qualifications, etc. Inserting minimum 8 record. Here you have to 8 record we inserted, and we have solved the different queries. There were 4 queries and we got the answer. I hope this both the practical you have understood. So my dear students, you have to install the LibreOffice base and practice all these practice. These are the board practicals. This board practical you have to write in your journal without forgetting. Okay, if you not understood, see once again this video, 2 times you see this video and practice these practicals. So you will come to know you how to create a queries, how to create a tables, how to create a form. Thank you.